Hello, Fallon, and nice to meet you in cyberspace. This will be some midterm milestone 1 video feedback for you. If you have any questions or any difficulties, don't hesitate to call me. I've posted my number in various places in the class. So again, nice to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you develop your ads. Fallon, when I open up your Illustrator file, it's prompting me for missing files. And so right off the bat, I have to say, one of the important things is to learn how to embed images rather than link them. Because if you link them, what happens is they're not with the Illustrator file. They're external. And so you have to include the high-res, and you have to do it that way sometimes. But in this class, I think it was pretty clear that you need to embed the images. Okay, so I'm going to click through these. I'm just going to ignore it and point out some important differences in how you can tell whether you've embedded or linked to something. So I see there's quite a few. All right, so what you have successfully imported is the logo. But notice if I see a box with an X through it, that means it is a linked file. Okay, and I see you have several around here. So don't despair, though. I can take a look at it. Let me take a look at. Let's see, how can I do that? Perhaps I can open their file in Acrobat. Okay, so I've opened up your Illustrator files in Acrobat, and I can see everything now. There's always a workaround. Also see, let's see, who was it who gave you another workaround? Oh, by looking at the small preview. Yes, that's another way. But once again, the best solution is to embed. And I see you have all the ingredients, and you've given us 2 sketches. I like this kind of teal. It's not the corporate palette, but it complements it. And you successfully embedded the vector logo without distorting it. Now these, ideally these should be silhouettes. That is, they should be able to float over the solid. But as it is now, it looks like you have a white background, which is obscuring the background. So I would say this is more like week 2. And also start to consider type. I see that you've got it in your Illustrator file. You do, don't you? Let's see. Yes. So good idea. Be careful about the margins. So this is, it's too bad I can't see this. Maybe I opened up the wrong thing. I may get the same prompts about missing imagery, but here what I'm doing is opening up the Illustrator file in Acrobat to see if I get a better picture. Hey, Fallon, I'm not sure what I was looking at. I downloaded this. It was a substantial file. It was over 100 megabytes, which is no problem. And I see that you've done everything as requested. I've got the before and after PDF of the images, and it looks like you figured out the embedding issue. So I'm glad I opened these up. And here's exactly what I meant. Well, oops, insufficient data for an image. Okay, so I guess my memory is being taxed. I thought I emptied my. But see how nice these float on top of that gray background? You might even consider having them overlap. Leave the photographs off the edge. And the same thing here too. It'll give it a more contemporary look. So let me zoom out just to get a better sense of it. Okay, nice job. Now, again, start thinking about perhaps you did in this. That's the older one. So let me see what else you've got in that package. Okay, once again, I'm getting that prompt about linked or embedded. So it looks like you were able to do it in one case, but not in the other. And that's okay. Maybe I should go over it just once with you if I haven't already. So you know that a linked image has an X through it. If you want to place an image, let me, in Illustrator, go up under File, Place. I'm just going to fish around for an arbitrary image, probably from a classmate. Nothing too major. I'm not even sure what this is. I think it's an old mural in an old bar here in town. Make sure that you don't have link clicked. Okay. So let's try that again. So it's File, Place. You'll come up with this dialog box. By default, this is checked. Okay. So I was going to click that image again. Make sure that this is not checked. Okay. By default, it is, and if it is checked, it'll link. If it's unchecked, it'll embed. Really small, really poor part of the Illustrator interface. You know, a lot hinges on this, and it's really hard to see. It's not clear. It's the newer version. All right, so here I placed it. It's huge. Make sure you don't distort things, that when you scale them, you hold down the Shift key and drag in a diagonal direction, okay? And you may have to do that several times. But notice that it does not have a X through it. That means that it is embedded. And this means that it is linked. All right, I think I'm going to cut it short here, Fallon. Good job. I'm glad I came across these files. Well, let me make sure I saw everything. Yes, the milestone file, it has links rather than embed. So I'm not going to flog a dead horse. I'll let you be, and look forward to seeing how your ads shape up.